when?
Well, yeah, I don't necessarily know the who, I mean, we all know who we'd like, but there's a couple of things that need to be worked out, but most importantly, my health is the most important. Now I'm in a situation to where every performance needs to be my best performance. So I'm gonna do the best, that I can to make sure that's what comes out each and every time I step out there. I don't think fighting at 30% is gonna cut it anymore. So it's time to go out there and give 100% each and every time. So had the surgery. I think I'm about almost a month out now from surgery. The doctors want me to take another month to really let it heal because they did a lot of work down there. So I'm going to let it heal, then I'm going to get back to training. It's killing me already being out of training this long.
So you're saying some things need to be worked out. I'm assuming is that contractual stuff?
Contractual stuff, and also, I mean, look at the division the way it is now. You got freaking Anthony Pettis coming in, knocking out Wonder Boy, 2-time challenger. You've got who is it? Masvidal coming in, knocking out Darren Till, former title challenger. There's some things there going on there. So, I mean, based on how Ben Askren does in his next performance, that could be a possible option. Don't forget Santiago Ponzinibbio is still out there. So, I mean, there's options out there. I've said it. We all know Colby has avoided this fight for a long, long time. And you know what? Now it's time for you to do the appropriate work to make sure you deserve this fight. Because that's what he does. That's what he thrives on. He thinks that he's deserving of everything. He always puts it out there. I deserve this. This is what you owe me. This is what you owe. No, it's not about that. Now it's you're not in the driver's seat to make that decision. It's for the promotion, and it's for my team that are in that position to make that decision.
Obviously, you want to get the best deal for yourself, but you said in the past, like on a personal level, you'd like to get your hands on Colby.
Absolutely. Now, make no mistake. I want that at that fight. So, we'll see. We'll work some things out, and we'll, hopefully we can get that done.
Would you be satisfied if it was someone else? Because I mean, it seems like now it's like you've got to strike while you're on top, right? And with Colby, he hasn't fought in a while. He seems to be drifting out of the spotlight a bit. You don't feel like it's got to be him now, or?
It doesn't matter to me. Now you're in a position to where this is about changing your life for the better and your family's situation. So that's the most important thing to me. I don't care what face is in front of me. A face is a face. As long as I get to go out there and do what I like and what I love. So that's it.
How the double hernia surgery you got, was that something you came into the fight with? Did it get worse in the fight?
Yes, actually, I think about 5 weeks before, I was doing a workout in the pool, and I was kicking in the pool, and I didn't really stretch very well going into that pool workout, but I felt a little something, but I didn't think anything of it. I deal with sore and injuries all the time, so maybe I strained something. And then the next day I was grappling, and I go to pass and pinch my knees. And I just felt, I felt something down there. And it felt really, really weak. And so I'm like, oh, man, another injury on top of what I was already battling. But, that's just how my mind works. We move past it. We do what we can to adjust the training sessions to make sure we can still prepare the best we can for that fight. And that's what we did. I just kept doing exercises or certain things just to kind of strengthen it. But I knew something was wrong because 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that, it wasn't getting any better. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. There's no turning back now. We're not pulling out of this fight. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But once we were in the fight, at the ending of the third round, I believe, I went to try to squeeze my knees together, and there was just nothing on the left. So I'm like, oh yeah, something's definitely wrong.
Champ, what do you make of Tyron Woodley stepping up to fight Robbie Lawler, taking the pressure off Ben Askren for a rematch with Robbie Lawler?
I think, personally, I think for Woodley, that was the decision that he made, but he felt like that was the best fight for him to get back in the position to, as he says, get his belt back. So, I mean, that's the decision that he made, but obviously everybody in the world wanted that rematch. They felt that Lawler needed to fight Askren, and let's get a definitive answer on that. But, unfortunately, now we don't get to see that.
Who do you have winning that Ben Askren Jorge fight?
I don't know. It's a tough fight, man. Jorge Masvidal I think he has very, very good takedown defense, and he's a very scrappy guy. So I don't think it's just going to be, I think Ben Askren kind of feels that it's going to be easy to just go in there and walk through him, take the guy down, and do what you want. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. We all know that Jorge does a very good job of defending takedowns. You saw him when he fought Damian Maia. He fought it off very, very well. He still eventually kind of got caught. But I think Damian Maia was a little more well-rounded as a mixed martial artist than Ben Askren. So if Ben can't defend some of those strikes, because now you know Masvidal has the power to put you out. So if you can't accurately defend those strikes before you get in to get that takedown, it might be a short night.
Were you surprised that he managed to KO Till like that?
A little bit. I was a little bit surprised just because, Masvidal's coming off of 2 losses, hadn't fought in a long time, and Darren Till hasn't really ever been knocked out like that. And so I was surprised by that. But Masvidal we've known for a long time that he has very good striking. He does. And so, it's just he played off of the errors that Darren Till made, and he landed that strike and was eventually able to get him out of there.
What happened at the Palms, Colby?
The Palms, it was just one of those things. I've said it before. You can't put me in a room with that guy and expect something not to pop off. I mean, it was just one of those situations to where, and you saw that all week. He was there all week to try to distract me, disrupt me, and he said, and you guys heard the chants the whole week. Oh, actually, I think at my open workout, the one thing that I did hear from him while he was speaking through that whatever megaphone, whatever that, he was saying, oh, how does it feel to know that you're going to get knocked out tomorrow by Tyron Woodley? How does it feel you know that you're going to get knocked out? So the whole time, he's trying to speak these things out as if I'm already going to lose. But listen, you showed your true colors. You were worried about me. Did you see him at the Woodley's open workout? You didn't crash his open workout and do that. You crashed mine because you were worried about me getting that belt. You've avoided a fight with me for a long, long time. You knew that you didn't want this fight. But now I'm in a position to where you can't run from that fight anymore. Now you have to, as I've said, you have to beg me for that fight.
It almost seems like you were the peacekeeper in that situation a little bit. Like Colby and Ali were kind of the two people that were going
You know
at it
what? Colby said a lot of things about a lot of different people that a lot of, we just don't take lightly. Mm-hmm. Me personally, obviously you guys know, I was walking barely, it was the next day after I was starting to kind of walk again because I had some damage done there. So, I mean, the worst thing in the world is be out there getting a scrap and know that I can't fully defend myself. I'm not giving that guy one up in any situation. And on top of it, I'm not there to mess up my money. If I'm going to beat that guy up, I'm going to beat him up in the cage where I get paid extensively and handsomely to do it.
What do you make as a champion this new ESPN Plus pay-per-view era now that you're going to be getting points? Is it a good thing? Is this something you still don't really know completely about?
Yeah, I still don't know completely about. I'll let you know once I get that first check.
Okay.
Mark, what was it like waking up Sunday morning after the fight?
It was, the thing with me is I was never one of those guys to really stop and smell the roses. And so I kind of tried it, but it's kind of, certain things are just out of character. So the next day I woke up, did it. Oh, well, get back to life. Where's my daughter? Where's my family? Where's my mom? And I went about life. Everyone, now obviously everyone treats me a little differently. Now I go do signings and the line's wrapped around and things like that. But I still personally, nothing has changed inside. I don't really feel any different. I'm still going to prepare the way that I prepare for each and every fight. I prepared in my career so far, every fight has been like it's the hardest fight of my life. And so, nothing's going to change.
Where's the belt? Is the belt in your home? Is it in the gym? Where's the belt?
Well, the belt's right here on my shoulder. But
is it always there? I mean, you take it.
No, no. To be honest with you, it just sits on my table. I got home, just took it out and put it there. It just sits on my table until it was there on my table for about 4 days until my daughter, volunteered me to come to her class and speak with her and show them my belt. Yeah, she came home and said, I picked her up one day. She said, Daddy, I told my friends what you do. I told my friends you're a UFC champion. And I'm like, she's 4.5. And so I'm like, oh, really? She's like, yes. and can you take pictures with everybody? Can you come to my class and take pictures with them? I was like, sure, I'll do it. And then the next week I get a call. We're doing career days now, so I had to go in, and they were very excited. And I loved it.
How's it feel to have the daughter start push dad out there, show those proud moments? It's got to feel.
It feels amazing. It feels amazing because, and my daughter is she's special because she doesn't really, certain kids at that age would be super shy. She's a good mix of shy. She knows when to be shy, but she's a good mix of knowing when to just be herself and be confident. So I went to her class, and I was speaking with the class, and I brought her up. Most kids in that situation would be shy and not come up, but I brought her up. I was asking her questions, and she was actually responsive, explaining to her classmates what I do. So, she's a special little girl.
Well, she could be confident. She knows that dad can beat everybody else.
I think a lot of times when a champion or somebody rises to a place where they're getting a lot more attention, they tend to have a cause or something that they're really trying to promote. Is there anything that you've now trying to use your foothold to try to promote? Any causes, anything that you're really working on?
For me, my whole base is I'm an immigrant. Obviously my family immigrated here to give us the best possible opportunities in life, which is why a lot of immigrants immigrate here. And that kind of plays on the dynamic of this other guy who wants to fight me now is this guy feels very entitled. As you see him all the time, and especially now, his whole rant, Dana, you promised me this. Dana, I deserve this. Why'd you give me this interim belt if I wasn't going to be next? And that's just kind of his mentality, how he's going about situations now. That's not who I am. We immigrated here to give me that opportunity, but I had to take that opportunity. I had to put my heart and soul into what I was going to do in order to be at the pinnacle of it. And so I've put the hard work in, which is why I'm in the position that I am in now. And this guy, I feel like, is trying to divide us. He's trying to divide all humans. Oh, you guys are immigrants. You don't deserve this, or you don't deserve that. Oh, I deserve it before you. It doesn't work like that. When you put the hard work in, you see the results. And I think that's what, if that fight does come to fruition, that's what that fight's going to symbolize.
Is there a risk when you fight a guy and you say he's promoting those stuff, that the promotion of that fight, you know that the UFC don't mind raising the ugly stuff, that it could raise some ugliness amongst the fans and we can start seeing like a darker side of MMA?
I don't really care. The thing is, at the end of the day, we're human beings. And on top of it, we're men. We're the professionals. We have to go out there and punch each other in the face. It is what it is. It's all talk. But once you get in there with another man and you're able to actually fight it out, it's a different level of respect. Whether he might not show it or not, in his mind, he knows it's a different level of respect. So, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be one of those things where, in every case, there's good versus evil. When we go out there and we duke it out, at the end of the day, there's going to come a resolution.
So whether it's Colby or someone else, what does your timeline really look like? You said a month till you can get back to training. It sounds like there's going to be a second pay-per-view end of July. If you're back in a month, that would probably give you, 8-9 weeks. Is that enough time? Do you think you could see yourself fighting
8-9 weeks? You think I'm a machine? Come on. No, we're working on something. I have to talk to my team, and I think maybe August. It looks good, August, or end of August, okay, or September is, accurate time. Because I've never, in my whole career, I've never been out of training for more than a week. And so now sitting out for a whole month, and on top of it, there's a big injury that I had to rehab through. So, we're going to give it the appropriate time and really make sure that we're able to put out our best product.
With Izzy fighting tonight, he gets potentially gets a belt here. Sadiq Youssef just got a big win. Francis Ngannou has a big fight coming up. How close are we to UFC Africa?
I already told you guys the African invasion is real. I think we're very close. Izzy goes out there and does his thing tonight, and Francis, we already know, is right there at the cusp of it. We're going to see that next year.
Where would be the best place to hold that?
Somewhere in West Africa, or maybe South Africa. South Africa, I feel, already has the infrastructure because they have a big promotion down there as well. So there or somewhere in West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, it doesn't matter. It's going to be in Africa somewhere. So we're going to have to make it happen.
And last thing from you seem to get a really positive response from your appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast. You talked a lot about a lot of things. Shared some details about your past. What kind of reception do you get that? And was it important to you to kind of open up a little more and get people to know you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because now I'm in a position to where I have that platform. I have to be able to show people myself because I can't hide from it. because everyone's going to want to know, who's the UFC welterweight champion again? Oh, that guy. Oh, I don't really know anything about him. You know, I'm in a position now to where I have to let people know who I am and what I'm about. So, you know, that's all it was. Joe recognized that, which is why he invited me in, and I had an amazing time just being able to open up and be myself with everyone.
And a bit off topic, do you watch Game of Thrones?
I do. Man, I'm
really
so
interested in.
pumped. I'm so pumped. I can't wait, man.
Who do you think is going to end up on the Iron Throne at the end of the season?
Iron Throne. I think you know, Jon Snow has done a good job of kind of putting himself in that position, rising to the occasion, I would say. So, you know, he's kind of the one guy that's doing everything right. You know, when you've been dead and come back from the dead, come on, man. I mean, it's, you know, it's hard to deny him being the king of everything, you know.
Will he be sitting next to Daenerys?
Well, I don't want to spoil things for the people who don't know the whole, you haven't read all the books and things like that, but we know what's really going on between the two of them. We all know who they really are.
Oh, so you read the books? You're in deep, huh?
I haven't read the book, but I know people who have read the book, and I'm in good contact with them. So, yes, definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it.